Good morning, Enemy Rhinos. This is Miss Cha on the second floor. Today is Wednesday, April 27th, 2025. Because it's Wednesday, it is Wisdom Wednesday. And so for today, I want to really talk about what the month of April is. And there are many things that the month of April is, but today I want to focus on National Poetry Month. So if you did not know, April is National Poetry Month. And so for this, I really want to show you a poem that I was able to find that really describes the N in our word rhino, which is never give up. When I'm done showing you this poem, I want to introduce to you two very short poems that you are able to write up by yourself. So let's go ahead and get started with that poem. The title of this poem is called Don't Quit by Edgar Albert Guest, and it is read by Ben W. Smith. While you're listening to this poem, I really want you to think about what the message is, because this poem really reminds me, it is a great example of our N in Rhino, which is never give up. Here is the poem.
When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And when you never can tell how close you are, it may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst. You must not quit.
I hope you all enjoy that poem. There's a lot of ways that you can interpret this poem, and for me, it was never giving up, no matter how hard it is, because you never know when the finish line is or how close you are to the finish line. You may take a rest, you may take a breather, but just know not to quit and don't give up. So if you have a different perspective or interpretation of how you heard this poem, you can definitely write me a little note and tell me what you think. So what I want to do now is to get into the two very short types of poems. The first one is called a haiku. A haiku has 3 lines to it. The first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables. And then the third line has, again, 5 syllables. So I have an example that I wrote up for you. My example is on spring because even though we are in spring right now, it's still snowing and it's still getting cold. It gets hot, cold. And so my inspiration is to write about spring so that hopefully spring will come and stay and our weather gets warmer. So this is my poem, my haiku on spring. Spring, the flowers will bloom, smells of roses and lilacs, favorite season. So now what I want to show you is, again, they are syllables, not words. If you count the words, there are 4 words, but if you count the syllables, there are 5 syllables. The flowers will bloom, that's 5 syllables. Smells of roses and lilacs, that's 7. And the last one is favorite season, which is also 5 syllables. So again, it is not 5, 7, 5 words, but it's 5, 7, 5 syllables. The next type of poem that I want to introduce you to is called a Tonka poem. And this one is one long sentence, but with 31 syllables. Again, it is not 31 words, but 31 syllables. So here is an example. I wrote an example about rain because we've been seeing a lot of rain. So here's my Tonka poem on rain. Rain, rain, it's raining today. Oh, how I wish I was a duckling so I can waddle in the puddle all day. Quack, 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 quack. So now when you look at the syllables, even though raining is one word, it is 2 syllables. So again, it is syllables. And as you can see, I counted all my syllables to have 31 syllables. So, Rhino family, I have a poetry challenge for you. What I want you to do is I want you to think of how your day is going. And it can be any emotions. I want you to think about how your day is going, and I want you to try to put those emotions, feelings, and thoughts into either a haiku or a Tonka poem. Remember, a Tonka poem has 31 syllables, is 1 sentence long, and a haiku is 5 syllables in the first line, 7, and then 5 syllables again. If you're able to write a poem about how your day is going, please share it with me because I would really love to see what you came up with. So Rhino family, this is it. That's all I have for Wisdom Wednesday. Have a great day, and I hope to see some of your poetry challenges in my office. Bye. Oops, sorry. Have a great day, friends.